listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
GUFON Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
GUFON Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
Today we're looking at Glitch in the Matrix TikTok that will break your reality. Thank you to all the channel members for support. I saw that you guys liked my last Glitch in the Matrix TikToks, so this is another one. Let's try to get to another 2,000 likes this video. And it says 60% of you guys are not subscribed, so you might as well subscribe because we're going to be looking at a lot of cool stuff on this channel. So join the 52K people that are subscribed and subscribe. Let's go!
Everybody listen up, you need to get in your seats right now. Hey, you kids, step forward, please. Facing forward, thank you. That's what I like. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everybody hang on. Oh. Is everybody okay?
interact with the source code like a hacker, pyramids and mandalas in specific proportions may resonate with the underlying code. Strange coincidence, we have a ton of those to study. The biggest mandala in the world, actually, is Borobudur. Its architecture is a harmonic pattern. To figure this out, someone has to know that sound makes shapes. If you're on a bowstring across a metal plate with sand, you can see these patterns. There's a math equation that lets you calculate those. If we make a 3D model of that in Blender or Houdini, we can simulate what any frequency looks like. Borobudur's architecture mirrors a frequency. This is not uncommon at all in the ancient world. Chichen Itza follows a similar frequency. How would we do that on something like a pyramid, though? Rick Draco can show you. He makes 3D models of vibration. Each layer is a pattern within the frequency. A very complex frequency assembled layer by layer may look something like Prambanan Temple. Hindu and Buddhist culture often use mandalas to represent chants, mantras, or frequencies. The fact that many ancient places share similar patterns to these mandalas may indicate that there is a other place resonates with the source code better than the Great Pyramid. Year, the relationship between the Earth and the Moon, at least 4 universal constants and the speed of light, and the angle needed to view a rainbow. Corner angle is the same angle a raindrop refracts light. If you use a perfect glass sphere to illustrate this, the Great Pyramid exactly fits the refraction dimensions. If we make the height of the pyramid 1 unit of any dimension, it sets up a harmonious relationship with a perfect sphere, which is wild because harmony, sound, and frequency is the next point AI made, citing 432 and 528 Hertz as measurements to look out for. The Great Pyramid is a reflection of Earth at that scale. The last 2 points are meditate to connect to the network. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's probably the Schumann network I talked about in that video.
Hello, hello. There we go. I don't know what happened, but sorry about that. I don't know what the last thing you heard, but hello, everybody, and we're going to continue just going. If you didn't hear roll call, welcome, and sorry about that technical difficulty. So, yeah, it's weird. Really strange. Now, it doesn't look like I'm loud enough. Maybe I'm not loud enough. Nope, it looks good. I'm loud enough. All right, let's get to work. Thank you. Hey, Stavros. Hey, where you been hiding? Where you been going? Mr. Stavros. Hey, Chicken Coupe. By the way, people are gonna know tomorrow. Tomorrow, Chicken Coupe song is on Richie G on RSA. And you know what, my peeps? I think I'm gonna play it. I want you to hear it. Yeah. From Chicken Coupe. Financial. What did I say? Chicken Coupe Financial. So he made this song for Rich Saves America. And I'll use it in all sorts of places. But I think it's really a great song nonetheless. Just from some guy in my chat room. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I didn't think there'd be anybody as talented as Dark Hour. You are very, very close. You may be better.
Rich rising shadow, steel in his hand, fire in his eyes, justice in this land. Crooked badges crumble
pretty darn good.
wonders. City streets howl, dark whispers in the air. Corruption runs deep, evil everywhere.
All right. Oh, you want to hear this? Yeah, let's hear the
Which
chorus.
stands tall, a thunderous might, breaking the chains he brings alive. Oh, rich savior of the free, tearing down the lies for you and me. With his roar, with his fire, he takes a stand. Rich the Redeemer, man of this land.
Rich the Redeemer. Oh my God. Write that down. I may change it somewhere. I like that a lot. Hold on. I'm going to have another channel, so. Oh, that is such a good song. And it reminds me of some band. I don't know if I should say Nickelback, but kind of reminds me of that flow. I like it, bro. Actually, I love it. It sounds way better than I thought. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the $2. Thanks. If you guys want to help support GUFON, you guys can do that through Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. We do rely on your support to keep everything up and running. So appreciate that. Even on memberships help out and all that shit. All right. So, I just got an email. Oh, I'm checking out something. Oh my God, I caught a fly in my hand flying by. Okay. All right, thank you. All right, let's get back to work. That is a great song, bro. No, it really is. Your voice is good. And I'm not just saying it. I'm not. I wouldn't say something like that. I would say, it's all right. No. All right. So yesterday, I showed a few of the sphere videos that are going ballistic all over the internet. Now, we are in the age of the sphere. The Tic Tac is gone. Nobody talks about a Tic Tac, only every now and then when somebody gets a plane out of focus, reflecting the sunlight, making the wings disappear and all that stuff. And then, in Nevada, yesterday, I'm assuming it doesn't tell the date, it just says Nevada. And we've got this. And let's stop calling them metallic spheres. They're all metallic. Unless you see one that's plastic or rubber. Then you say, it's a rubber sphere. All right, let's go. Hey, it's not playing. That was weird. Hey, Dorothy. How you doing? Hey, Richie Gray. Did you throw down $5? Dorothy, thank you for the $2 right there. Everything's whack on my end. I can't see Dorothy's super chat over here. Yeah, there it is now. It finally showed up. There it is. Thank you. Richie the Redeemer. Thank you, Dorothy. Sky Allen's been a member for 37 months. That's the beginning. Look at this, a sphere, though. You know what I mean? Amazing. What is it? Is it a baboon? Could it be? What I don't like is that it goes out of focus when it gets too close. There was another good spot up here, right? And that's as good as it gets. And yesterday, when I was showing you, oh look, did you see on the bottom? It looks like there's a what do you call it? Inlet? Place where you blow it up, the nipple. It looks like Arizona, but it's Nevada. You know, I'm going to call this a balloon only because there's nothing showing me anything else. Like, there's no movement. I don't see any. I mean, this shows a little size comparison, but not really. I would say that's about 60, 80 feet up, maybe. And hard to tell. Look, see here? This is a balloon. You can see the nubbin. It is. It is. It's nowhere else on this thing. It's right there at the bottom where a nubbin should be. You got to lubbin the nubbin. Oh, David, I missed you. Well, they don't show up in color. You know, they like if I don't read the chat room, I'll never see it. Sorry. But thank you for your 38th month, David Wilcox, not Wilcox. And a continuing supporter of GUFON, Jeff Garvey, throwing down $5. Thank you very much, Jeff. Mr. Garvey, been around for years too. Thank you for the support. Yes, I hope everybody's doing well, having a weekend set up, I hope. It's not a holiday weekend. Thank you very much, Mr. Garvey. SL says new moon. Yeah. Yeah, I could smoke until, well, I never smoked that much to where I don't know what I'm doing. So don't you think it's time we stop with the silly pot jokes? I mean, people who smoke pot every day don't have trips like that. Not this guy. I don't even smoke that much. I just do enough to change my attitude. That's it. All right. Okay. Now, you just saw what looked like a legitimate sphere, not legitimate. Can I prove it 100%? No. But I think my experience and your experience and everything we know in this field told us that that was a balloon we just saw. If it looks like it, acts like it, it usually is. Now, we're going to go into the same type of video with several spheres. And this is, I don't know, I thought this was old, like from Jaime Maussan in the early 2000s. This, I'd have no explanation. Anybody tell me what you think this is?
And go around the object.
Now, I'll tell you what I see. The push and pull of, of strings, if there were any, but I don't see any. And they're all over there. Look at these two. Watch these two here.
And going
your mother's
away.
ass.
And they come back.
Look,
and
they don't
create what we call fleet.
Yeah, but it's weird. They don't do the normal fleet things. Like oh wait, maybe I'm wrong. Okay. It looks like there is a string. I see shit. So it would have to be a super windy day. Oh, there is string. Look. Yeah, you can see it. I knew it was too good to be true. So it must be a very, very windy day. And the push and pull is the kinetic energy from the strings that keep these things tied together. Look, you can see a string right here. Now, that's not pixelation at all. At all. Right here. That is the string being visible. Just for a moment. That's why they edited it. I don't know. But you can tell, guys. They don't get any further apart than that. That's the magic of this. Yeah, I remember this. You can tell. Especially those two on the right. Yeah, it's got to be a very windy day. It's a good one, though. It's a good one. Because we really don't know. Yeah, fishing line is very hard to see. I have fishing line here when I was doing, trying to duplicate some hoaxes and shit. You can see it. But if it's in the sky like that, the sun would have to be out shining at the right time and all that stuff. But, like ghost videos, how we always see the cabinets opening. Those people get everything out of there. It's all fake. I hate it. And not all of it, but. What's up, FGraph72? How are you? Lunar Sparkles Uno. How you doing? Bones, how you doing? Is Anjali here? I didn't see her here. All right, well, if she's here, hello, hello. All right, let's move. We're going to get to the good stuff. Oh, right. Well, the other day, what was it, yesterday? All right, you guys know Mr. MBB 33333, right? Well, there's this phenomenon called the blinking light syndrome phenomenon, whatever you want to call it. Oh my God, David has gifted 5 memberships. Dude. Wow, thank you for that. That's amazing. I appreciate that. Oh, thanks, kids. I don't know why they would put kids in there. You know? Felicity got one. Geraldine got one. WAF got one. 777. Veritas. Equitus. And Vern Dude. Oh, no. How about that Matt Brown X post? Which one? Which one? There's one today. Sean Boyle was gifted a membership from David Wilcox. Not Wilcock. Thor's still trying. I wonder if I can. I can't gift. Like, I would do it if I could. Let's see if I can gift specific. I'm going to see if I can. I don't think I can because I've looked before. Let's see. Just in case I'm, silly and I forgot how to do it. All right, memberships. All right, let's see. No. You can't. That sucks. Gift membership settings. Let me see if I can switch this. Allow gift memberships. You could receive 1 month membership. You still receive. No, that's God. They give you no chance to do it. Nothing. Membership gifting. Let's see this. If I buy 1 membership, can I send it? Let's see. No, I can't. You can't. There's just no way. That's silly. I guess they don't want us to play favorites, right? Happy 2025. Thank you for that. A $5 super chat. And a continuing supporter. Hey, thank you very much. I like the UFO with the hearts. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Thank you very much. All right, I'm going to play this video. I know you're excited.
Watch what happens here. Something flies up to the light, appears to be glowing multiple colors. Obviously, it lands on the street light. The street light is not flickering, but it's on. Appears to be a little bit foggy.
So what's the deal?
But watch what happens.
All right.
There's another one that comes up to the light and then disappears.
So what?
And then there was apparently another one there. I mean, they're flying like maybe there's some sort of a bird.
Oh my God. He thinks they're disappearing into the light or something's eating them.
A giant moth or something like that. But what's up with the color?
It's just the way it is. It's because of the camera that person's using in the settings. Who knows? They're probably using one of those psionic cameras.
Florida. Sun City is north of Tampa. I've never seen anything quite like that. Maybe
I haven't been to Sun City yet.
Happens all the
Arizona
time.
Sun City.
This next video is out of
Here we
Washington,
go.
New Jersey. Occurred last night. Video footage sent in by John.
The most amazing thing on the internet, according to him.
Multiple lights. There appear to be 5, maybe 6 lights flashing very quickly in this parking lot in Washington, New Jersey. Yet again, another example of the over 1,200 that I've received worldwide. This next video is out of Sweden.
Another one, guys.
Multiple lights in a row on the left-hand side of the road, and then he turns to the...
But that's not the gist of it. The thing is, there's a message probably within this flashing. We just haven't figured it out yet. I can't imagine what that message would be, but there's flashing lights everywhere, and it's a phenomenon. Look at these lights out in Sun City, Florida, which is just north of Tampa.
The right-hand side of the road, and you're going to see a light over here malfunctioning. So you wouldn't think that all of the bulbs would have went faulty at exactly the same time. There's another one right there. So probably 10 in this location.
Can you believe people on the internet are sending him videos of flashing lights and thinking that it's messages from aliens or the great beyond? Yet nobody's ever come out and said, hey, I figured out one of these messages out of the 1,200 that were sent to me. Can you imagine? British Army helicopter chases that white orb. Remember the orb that made the crop circle? I believe this was the same area from 2000. Remember this? And they made it and it just appeared. I don't know. They keep telling us the one where the crop circles just start appearing. I don't know if it's real, but they said there was no CGI back in the day. But I think there was. I think there was a program or programs where they were able to do that. Maybe in the beta stages, you know, they were testing it out, see what they can get away with. But why crop circles of all things? Why don't they make, you know, buildings disappear or a wave disappear or other things? To do this? So it's probably legit. That's what I'm saying. Look at that thing. Look at it. That's pretty cool. Right? That was pretty cool. It could have been a piece of paper in the wind. I've captured paper just like that at 30 miles an hour. Driving down the 101. It's crazy. I have got to tell you about a scam. Real quick. You guys, I went to T-Mobile today because when I made my last payment on my phone over 2 years, my phone's now paid up. You know, I go to the app and I make the payment and it's paid in full. Well, then I go to bed because I did it late at night. The next day, you know, for some reason, I can't go on certain apps, YouTube, the maps, but yet I could use Sirius Satellite. I could use some other apps that it was weird. It was like only certain things worked. And then I figured, okay, something with the system, sun flare, whatever. And then today, same thing. Woke up and it wouldn't work. So I'm like, Jesus, I just paid the phone off. Wait a minute, I'm thinking. This is what people have told me over the years. When they make their last payment on their phone, not immediately, they say, but usually the phone would either start running slower, but maybe a month, 6 months down the road, not the day you make the payment. So I think they came up with a new way to lie to customers. So I made the payment on the app and I go in there today. And he goes on the app and he says, oh, your mobile data was turned off. You must have accidentally hit it. So I go, show me where it is. I go back out of the app and show me how you get there. He goes, you're going to have to sign in. So I get in. And where he went was nowhere I went to. Not even close to it. So what I think they do is when you make your last payment, T-Mobile people, be aware of this. I think it automatically turns off the mobile data. And when you go to T-Mobile, they'll say you need to update your phone. It's not working anymore. They hope you go back to make that $50 payment every month like you did for 2 years again. That's bullshit. I make my last payment and it doesn't work. There's no way I hit that button. It was in a place you can't get to just by, even accidentally. So I didn't say anything. I just like, oh, thanks for fixing it. And I'm thinking, yeah, but these guys are really cool. He could have lied to me and said, I don't know. And I would have said, let's get a new phone. I have the insurance. But anyway, I've got a cracked screen. So tomorrow I'm getting a new screen put on. But it's free. I paid $18 a month for the insurance for the damn thing. But anyway, that's the scam I think they're running now. And for people like that are older or not savvy with technology, they'll buy into that and they'll be like, okay, I'll just get another phone. I'm making the payment anyway. I'm used to it. Be careful. T-Mobile. Telling you. All right. There's a video out here. It's a clip. It's Christopher Bledsoe. And I got to play it. Because this guy's absolutely out of his mind. He says the government are scared of the orbs. They're scared. They don't know how to control it. They don't want us messing with it. The orbs want nothing to do with them. Come on. If they wanted nothing to do with them, then why are they landing in Colombia? Come on. This is what I mean about this field. There's too many contradictory stories that don't make sense to what these people are claiming that they know. And Christopher Bledsoe is the biggest shyster, lying piece of shit in this entire field. There's no one worse right now than Christopher Bledsoe, Lou Elizondo. Who else? Who else? Jeremy Corbell. You may think I hate Jeremy Corbell. Like, I don't hate the guy. I'm annoyed by him because he's got a golden ticket and all this shit, and he's getting screwed over or he's screwing us over. But he's big problem. Big problem. Oh my God, this whole field is whack. And this guy, the government's scared. What? You better watch how you talk about America. It's America, baby. It's the Gulf of America.
And they're scared.
See, I told you.
They don't know how to control it. They have nothing that can defend themselves against it. But here's the problem.
That's what they say.
They don't want us messing with it. They don't want the public entertaining the idea of calling on it and looking for it.
They don't want people shooting into the air, you dill hole.
Because they may not control it.
It's always...
So they're going to end up turning it negative or perverting it somehow so they can keep control over the population. That's the plan. I've heard it many times.
That's the plan. I've heard it. And this is the first time he's telling us all. He's heard it so many times. You and I have never heard of it. So shut the fuck.
But it's not going to work.
No.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
What's not going to work? Flying around? What's not going to work? What is he talking about? What does he mean? It's not going to work.
And they'll do all kinds of psychological tactics. Like one of them they're doing now is they're spinning them as plasmoids. They're an alien race of these plasmoid beings. Oh, but they're also drones. So it's like...
Right.
The,
Which is it?
Right.
Like,
so the common person who's not really
I like this
initiated
guy.
into this, they're like, what is it? What is it? Plasmoid. Oh my God, that's scary. Oh my God, it's drones. They're Chinese anti-gravity drones. No.
Well, let's address this plasmoid word.
Oh my God. Let's address this plasmoid word. Can we be any more backwoods country fuck than this prick? I mean, he is every stereotype in ufology. But we're going to give him front row because he sounds like Bill Clinton.
Real quick. Okay?
Thank you.
And if you get a picture, I'll give
Can't you tell this guy's the fucking devil? Look at his eyes. He's got devil eyebrows.
you a picture of one that I painted and a sketch that I did 17
Or is that a
years
scar?
ago. And everybody's wondering,
Oh, he is
how
the
did you
devil.
get
Wait,
into
is he painting?
NASA? Why were you there? Why were you studying with them? I have all the documentation. I have all.
He's trans. Transhuman. Oh.
All this, the proof in the world I was there. But
Wait, hold on. I'm talking too much. I'll be quiet. Let's hear what she has to say.
well, let's address this plasmoid word real quick. Okay?
Thank you.
And
Boy, yeah, real quick. Yeah. What time? What day is it already? Monday?
if you get a picture, I'll give you a picture of one that I painted and a sketch that I did 17 years ago. And everybody's wondering, how did you get into NASA? Why were you there? Why were you studying with them? I have all the documentation. I have all the proof in the world I was there. Photos, videos, meeting with scientists high level. What was their interest in me? Why did they need me? Right? Something I haven't talked about in all these years, why I was there. And I kind of wrote about this in the book. When I asked them, why do you need me? Why do you want me here? You've got rockets, you've got space shuttles, you've got satellites, you've got the space station, all the money and technology and telescopes in the world. And they're like, well, we know they like you and they communicate with you and they don't have nothing to do with us at all. And we'd like to know why, what it is they want, and why it is they're harassing their astronauts.
Harassing them?
Harassing them. So has any astronauts ever seen an orb or one of these? All of them.
No way.
All of them.
What did he say? I was reading a chat room so I could be more inclusive.
Really?
Yep.
Yes. Oh.
Harassing them?
Harassing them.
Hey.
So has any astronauts ever seen an orb or one of these? All of them.
No way.
All of them.
I missed it again.
Harassing them?
Harassing them. So has any astronauts ever seen an orb or one of these? All of them.
No way.
All of them.
That's not true.
Really?
Yep.
Nope.
I know I've seen videos of Buzz Aldrin talking about they
Buzz Aldrin's off his rocker.
saw some stuff, but he never said specifically.
Well, they've never released it.
Right.
But that's why I was there, consulting with them about what they're now calling a plasmoid, which is an angelic being. It's just little glowing beings that come out of the orbs.
I hope someday that I look really stupid and this is all proven to be true. Because this guy is selling so much horse shit. And the reason I say it with such haste, because nobody's really doing the right research, in my opinion. And actually, let me take that back. People are doing research, but they don't know how to. And when they have people hang out with this guy for 4 or 5 days, whatever he lets the people stay over. He does. He lets people hang out with him to see the shit. And they all come back with these fantastic stories. And I'll tell you why. When they go there, it's very nice hospitality. Christopher Bledsoe is probably the nicest guy you'll ever meet. Probably even baked the best pies and made hot dogs and hamburgers every night. Just an all-American, a little low energy, but probably the coolest dude you want to hang out, right? So the days go by, the stories pile up, and you start seeing shit on the third or fourth day. And how can you tell somebody you've formed a relationship with, broke bread with, slept in their home, in their own beds, and then go online and rip the shit out of them? It's pretty smart. It's what Lou Elizondo did. Same thing. He would align with like-minded, retired, or disabled vets who are running podcasts about ufology. He'd make them feel special and use those people who will do anything for Lou Elizondo, like-minded, brethren, all that shit. Yeah, I want you to attack GUFON. I want you to attack Truth Seekers. I want you to attack Third Phase of Moon. I want you to attack Greer. They'll do it. Yeah. Anyway, Christopher Bledsoe has got people who come over, form a relationship, and it would even be hard for me to say, hey, I didn't see anything. This guy's off his rocker. I mean, you form a friendship with someone in those couple of days, it's really hard, especially a guy as nice as this. He's not a mean person. He's not out harming anybody. It's just, I need evidence, and the evidence he's provided isn't good enough for me. And that's that. You may like it, you may be okay with it, but all the evidence and the stories that I heard are very wishy-washy. And all the stuff he puts out, it's always a little blurry. It's easily debunkable stuff. It could be satellites. It could be an airplane. It could be a drone. It could be a balloon. It could be an LED balloon. You get it? All right. You get it? That's Christopher Bledsoe in a shutdown. To me. And let's hope I'm wrong.
They see them. How do they appear to them?
They would appear outside the space shuttle, look in the windows at them. Whoa. Stand up over the shuttle bay or the space station, glowing. Sometimes there's a report of a half a dozen of them, 125 feet tall, with wings, standing there smiling at them.
Yeah, smiling in the window.
Space. Yeah.
125-foot tall beings. Right?
Bay or the space station, glowing. Sometimes there's a report of a half a dozen of them, 125 feet tall, with wings, standing there smiling at them.
Yeah, smiling in the window.
Yeah. Wow. So for 18 years, I never talked about this, and this is the first time publicly tonight. Really.
And the nose pick at the end. He's nervous. He just broke new ground. See, the difference between this guy and Bob Lazar is that Bob Lazar's story only lasted so long. This story keeps going on. He believes it. He believes it. SL. Thank you for this comment. It's been on the board for a minute. Rich, what's your thought on Chinese bringing spores into Michigan? Are we nuts? What's my thoughts? Are you kidding? Why would they even allow it on an airplane to get here? Or wherever it came from. Yeah, that's my thoughts. Because where did Coco come from? China. Oh, I'm not going to say it came from Ebola. I don't know every detail, SL. That all I know is what you just said. And I've seen I think it was a headline or something. That's all. I didn't read the story. It's usually not something in my wheelhouse. But hey, anything coming from China that is in that form of a spore or something that can be a contagion, no freaking way I want that in my country. Thank you, though. All right, I have a very interesting video, but again, a skeptic's eye doesn't mean the skeptic is right. UFO sighting alert in Stuttgart. I hope I'm saying that right, Germany. A few days ago, on May 31st, this year in 2025 at 12:45 p.m., a white orb was observed rising steadily in the sky during a soccer game. Witnesses noted occasional lateral movements, possibly due to wind. Guys, an object rising up and being, it sounds like it was being pushed by the wind, darting about. It's exactly what it looks like. I just want you to see. The more you see, the more knowledge you get. And we could be wrong. Well, I could be, but I'm not. Yeah. By the way, you can tell this is very close. Look at that in comparison to the size of the plane. It's the same almost. Oh, caí, papa. So nice that they're trying to get it in focus. Well, anyway. Oh, look, another plane. All right. Well, people try. It's not easy if you've never done that before. Okay, I want to show you high strangeness. And the guy says, WTF is this? Perfect. What is it? This has got to be, maybe you guys, I bet you Thor knows what this is.
This is a dinosaur. As you can tell, he's got the
little
legs with a long head. We're going to see what he is.
Look at this thing.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay, first of all, anybody who's seen the Alien movies, the last couple, isn't this the one that popped out of the water and went through the mask? Remember when they landed on the planet? Oh, that was in the one 5 years ago with Charlize Theron.
Bro.
Yeah, it wasn't aliens. It was.
Oh, dog, his mouth's open.
Watch this.
Bro, what is this? Look at that.
Poke its neck.
Look. Oh, fuck. I got scared.
Watch this, though. Watch this.
Bro.
Dude, I'd be jumping.
Bro,
Look
what
at
if
that
he
thing. Look at
attacks
the
me?
tail. What is that?
Let me get that butt, boy. Ooh. This is a dinosaur.
Oh, I'll play it again.
He's got the little legs.
Look at his little legs. He's a dinosaur. And the long head and the long tail.
The
Come
long
on.
head.
I mean, you almost want to say it's fake, but it's not.
We're going to see what he is. Oh, what the fuck?
No, seriously. Are we seeing some sort of play with nature? Trying to make the most out of the weirdest. I don't know. It's so weird.
Oh, dog, his mouth's open.
I love this guy.
Bro, what is this? Look at that.
Poke its neck. I don't know if there's any eyes. It like senses it.
Neck, look. Oh, fuck. I got scared. I ain't gonna lie. Bro.
Poke its body.
Bro, what if he attacks me?
Right.
Hey, look. Let me get that butt, boy. Ooh. This is a dinosaur.
I wanna see what it is.
Let me get that butt, boy. Ooh. Boy. Ooh.
Okay, I couldn't get it. That is a weird creature. This is the planet we live on, my peeps. All right. Now we're going to have a little fun. More Mr. MBB333333. He posted this, and then I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to play it. I guess I will. What the hell? I don't know why I got back into Mr. Oh, I think he just automatically showed up on my feed, and I'm like, hey, Mr. MBB is on X? I didn't know that. We'll give him a thumbs up. Widen that out. And giddy up.
When I zoom in, do you see that thing just appear out of nowhere? We're going to zoom in and take a closer look. Watch. Right there.
What?
Started blinking, came out of nowhere.
What is he talking
What in the world was that thing?
Oh, okay.
And she said it didn't make any noise.
Okay, first of all, it didn't appear out of nowhere. What happened is it's a bug that came into focus probably close to the camera. Let's see if I'm right.
And it disappeared.
It's hard to tell. I don't know.
As it appeared out of nowhere. She has no idea what that was right there. And right there is when it disappeared. That's the last time she saw it. And again, she had been following a row of helicopters out there just off the coast. And then once the helicopters disappeared, she couldn't even see them anymore. That thing right there just showed up. Well,
It
take
is
you
a
guys
massive
down to the
arrow.
skies of London across the Atlantic Ocean. Video footage sent in by Tan from May 15th of 2025. Did you see it? Let's go in and take a closer look. Probably thinking that's a bird, right? So did I when I first saw it. Definitely not a bird. Look at this thing. It's almost shaped like a small rectangle.
It is a bird. You can see the wings opening and closing, you freak. Oh, come on, Rich. I hit the friggin' thing. Look where they have this. It's like a millimeter away from enlarging the screen. All right.
1,000 feet. Unbelievable.
He's
What
wrong.
is going on with all these black objects in the sky?
Hey,
above
that's
Earth?
racist.
We saw 2, maybe 3. Definitely not a bird. Look at this
It
thing.
is a bird. I
It's
see the
almost
wings. You can see the wings. Look, there it is, open. Here, look, one frame at a time. Oh, wait a second. Why is it jumping like that? Anybody know why it would jump like this? Guys? See the wing? It looks like there's a wing. Now it's gone. And now you see the wing on this side. I'm telling you, that's a bird. I've seen, look, there's the wing on this side. But it is weird, the motion. I guess it's frame by frame, maybe.
moving through the sky. It's not showing any type of flapping motion. Let me pause it right
I
here.
see,
Look at
that's
this thing.
weird. I disagree.
That's definitely not a bird. I don't think it's a drone. Honestly, I have no idea what that thing is.
It's a
Check it out
bird.
again.
I'm telling you, it's a bird.
You're going to see something similar to that here in just a minute.
See, what people don't understand is that there are so many different cameras, and cameras are going, each camera is going to look a little differently. I guess we could all agree to that, right? You've owned two cameras and one takes really good pictures and the other one you thought took good pictures isn't quite as good as you thought. So, you get more brightness, you get a little more clarity. I'm telling you, it depends on the settings that we're on, the type of weather. Was it cloudy? It's like a million things could be different. That's what bothers me. People don't think, they just see an object going by and, well. But no, it's not like that. You got to explain to these people. There's all sorts of possibilities out there. And you know what sucks? I could be wrong too. Could be wrong. I know it.
40, maybe 45,000 feet. Unbelievable. What is going on with all these black objects in the sky above
Well, that's
the Earth?
racist.
We saw 2, maybe 3 down above Santiago, Chile. Look at that. Look at the sharp corners. Birds don't have sharp corners.
They do when
It's
they're
not an
not
airplane.
correct
It's not a helicopter. It's
pixelation
moving
and the
way
cut.
too fast.
And it is a digital camera trying to fill in the blanks of what it can't see, and that's what it does.
How do you even begin to describe that thing?
I just told you.
Other than what we obviously see, a narrow rectangle, a narrow black rectangle
All right, shut
in the
off for a
daytime
second,
sky.
will you? Just
Now
shut
going
off.
out to the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, right out here at about 45,000 feet. Gentleman by the name of Roger took a photo out the window of his airplane. He was filming the sunset over there, and that appeared in the photo. Check it out. I know it's a little difficult to see, but we're going to go in real close. This thing, like the black rectangle we just saw, has a shape to it as well. However, it's not a rectangle. It's shaped like a top. Look at that. Not a bird at 45,000 feet, and way too far away from the plane. If that were a bird, it wouldn't even have showed up in the photo.
I don't
So that
know what this
implies that
is. Anybody have an idea, guys? Anybody? Anybody? Hey, Myra Page. Myra got hellos from everybody. I'm looking at your comments. See, this is what takes a second. It takes away from the show when I have to go back and try to figure out what you're saying. See, this is why I'm different. You guys have to figure most of this shit out. I don't know. Stealth plane, Raptor. Yeah. That's not, hey Tony, yeah, that's what I couldn't think of. The F-22 Raptor. Well, before this picture, I think you were thinking maybe, I don't know. Let's see what he comes up with.
Real close. This thing, like
I don't
the
know
black
what it is, but
rectangle we
I
just
think
saw,
it's a
has
plane.
a shape to it as well. However, it's not a rectangle. It's shaped like
Guys,
a top. Look at that.
it looks like a plane, and it looks like it's moving from bottom to top, even though it's going across the sky. It looks like it's moving, if you were to just, for the shit of, just bottom up, like it's going over our heads. Right? It's going this way.
Not a bird at 40, 45,000
Not a
feet.
bird.
And way too far away from the plane. If that were a bird, it wouldn't even have showed up in the photo. So that implies that this thing must have been decent size, whatever it was, hanging around out above the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, the North Atlantic Ocean.
That's true, too. We know it's not a bird. Well, look, birds, believe it or not, hitchhike on boats.
What?
I said birds hitchhike on boats.
There it is right there. I have done nothing to this photo other than adjust the lighting and color a little bit.
All right, kids, let's move on. What else?
That's exactly how. But two, and then there's a third one.
Uh-oh,
right down
flashing
there.
lights. And
5:31
let's just watch this one night. Let's just watch.
25. Notice
One
these
night.
flashing lights
Thanks, Tony.
in her neighborhood. Not
Hey,
only
Ben.
one, but two, and then there's a third one right down there. Three very obvious flashing lights. I think this was a park or something where she lives in Fort Wayne, Indiana. An example.
That is a really good observation, the Yorkshire Gufonian, about that. Hold on, let's go back for a second. You guys know about planes more than I do. You military people or pilots. You think that looks like a thin, I don't know. Oh, this here. You're right. That does seem awfully thin for a transatlantic, right? Don't they fly those big planes? Like bigger than a 730 or whatever. I don't know. But you are right. I don't like this at all. And I'm thinking, do they fly at 40,000 feet? I guess if the weather is going to, usually it's 35,000, but I don't know. Maybe to avoid aircraft.
Check it out. I know it's a little difficult.
Very interesting, right? Good point. All right, let's go. The flashing light syndrome. It's a phenomenon.
Video footage sent in by Stormy Holiday from June 1st of 2025, right in the middle of the geomagnetic storm. She comes up on this building. The front lights of the building were flashing for unknown reasons, rogue and randomly. Video number 3, Watertown, Wisconsin. Video footage sent in by Cindy Lou from 5/29 of 2025. She was at a hotel, laying in bed relaxing, when all of a sudden, for unknown
I think I know why.
reasons, the light next to the bed started flashing again for
I think it's because it's one of the lamps you just touch it to turn it on, and maybe something's making it flicker because it's barely touching it.
unknown reasons. Nobody touched the light. Example number 4, same phenomena. Video footage sent in by Tony S. from 6/2 of 2025, right in the middle of the geomagnetic storm, out of Anderson, Indiana. Same situation. Light
Guy, you know, right in the middle of a geomagnetic storm and only a few light bulbs in the whole area are flashing, so it's gotta be the geomagnetic storm. Come on!
next to the bed starts flashing for unknown reasons. Nobody touched it. It just started flashing. Example number
Prove it.
5, Kimberly, not sure of the
Oh, my
location. June 1st of 2025, they pulled over to the side of the road and started filming these lights that were flashing just in this area right here.
Aw.
There could have been more. Moving on to example number 6, video footage sent in by Barb. Not sure of the location. The date, May 29th of 2025. This is a railroad track crossing across the street from her house. The lights were flashing for unknown reasons. There was not a train coming. You can see the arms there still up in the air, but for some reason, the bell was dinging and the lights were flashing.
Oh,
You're
my
going to see a
God.
car come up here in just a moment and cross the tracks.
Doesn't he or anybody else understand how, I guess they don't. All of this stuff is controlled at a Grand Central Station or, like a place, the hub where all this, and there's so much stuff in between point A, point B, and all the points in between. You're bound to have something maybe get dew or wetness on it, make it flash. I don't know. But guy, this isn't a message from aliens is what they want us to believe. You know that, right? That's what this is all about. Every person who sends these in is adding to the data of the conversation that aliens are sending us. Yeah.
And one there. This is another example of a series of purple lights. I think there were 4 right here along this stretch of road that they were driving on that they managed to catch on video. Example number 8 going to Gary, Indiana. JC Cornerstone, 6/2 of 2025. Once again, right in the middle of the geomagnetic storm. This is out in a barn. Look at this, the light on.
Oh, God, guys, this is out in the barn. This is out in the barn. Somebody dial 911. I can't do it anymore. All right. It's fun, though. I can't. It's like I'm addicted. I guess I understand it now.
Ohio, Miss Heather B, 6/5 of 2025. She saw this morning. This light malfunctioning that she sees every day, and it never...
Guys, I cannot tell you when I drive from city to city how many flashing lights I see along the way. Everywhere I go, I see something like that.
Never behaves like this.
Maybe not crazy like this, but I have. It's not unusual.
But for some reason, today, all of the lights were going loco. She'd never seen that before. Example number 10 out of Cabot, Arkansas. Flora, 6/2 of 2025, came up on these malfunctioning lights on the side and the corner.
They're not malfunctioning. What if the silent alarm was set off somehow, some way, or a battery or a cable came off and they need to alert the Grand Central Station? There's a problem. This is weird. Doesn't you think it's weird that people think this is paranormal?
Corner of this building. They normally are not doing this, but for some reason, on this night during the geomagnetic storm, they were malfunctioning as well. Example number 11 out of South Central Louisiana. Crepshon, 6/2 of 2025, also right in the middle of the geomagnetic storm. He too came up on a building with almost the same exact scenario.
Okay, I can't. He too came up on a building with almost the same exact scenario. Flashing lights. Dude. I can't. I'm like dizzy from, trying to compose myself. Boy, he made me tired watching that. Nah, I'm serious. That was tiring. All right. So, Melon said at least one alien civilization found Earth. Right? This is what they think's going to happen. And they may be they're on their way, according to people, and they may seek to influence humanity's development, which you could translate into any broad stroke of that comment. What does that mean? Well, they're going to give us technology. They're going to give us healthcare, cures. You know what I mean? They're going to take us to their planet. We're going to become space travelers. I put a another, what do you call it? A poll in the chat room. And this one only has 60 votes, but it's a Friday. Fridays are always slow. I'm going to end this poll because it's not going to change much. And the poll is, be honest, would you be scared if at 10% aliens moved in next door to you? Jesus, that was my number one. At 25%, aliens were humans. No differences. They got off the UFO and they were us. Yeah, and all the big head and all that shit, it was just costumes. 28%, disclosure proved there were no aliens. That would suck. And at 36%, the number one, be honest, would you be scared if aliens came to Earth by the thousands? Yes, that would be scary. Even what Jeremy Corbell, thank you for playing along on that poll. Even if Jeremy Corbell's right, let's say he's right, and that ship is on the way here, I wouldn't trust them, aliens, at all. If they got off that UFO and they looked like us, would you trust them then? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm looking at this. The Chupacabra put a video out. It was an interview that Tucker Carlson did. I can't remember the guy's name, but the best kept secret in ufology is a religion you've never heard of. And I guess they're talking about it. It's 30 minutes, 27 minutes. I can't play it all, but I found a spot that I wanted to listen to. So let's take a listen to Tucker.
I'm interested in that topic.
I think it's
there are commonalities.
Genie. Is that this guy's name? You'll see.
Jesus is unique, and I believe in Jesus. But there are commonalities that are very striking between all world religions I'm aware of and all creation myths. And one of them, and this is of course true for Christianity, very true, is that the belief that supernatural beings take physical form. They all believe that. The Greek myths, Jesus, most famously.
Who?
But that they take physical form, that they're not just like some ethereal, they're not just shadows floating around, specters, fog, that they're physical. Like they're as real as the arm of your chair. And that they reproduce with people. Again, Christianity believes that. Jesus, immaculate conception, spirit reproduces with human woman. If every culture in the world that we know about has left any kind of written or physical record is reaching the same conclusions about something, maybe there's something there. Mm-hmm. And maybe it's not so crazy to think that what everyone else has always thought since the beginning of time, which that there is this combination in cases of, human beings and the spiritual realm, whatever that is. I can speak about it with no precision at all because I don't understand the specifics of it, but I know that
Rogue One, my Stardust.
It has been written about since people have been writing.
One of the few people we know Tucker has actually spoken to about you.
There he is. It was a stupid poll. I didn't vote. Good. Nobody cares. He's going to make it very easy for me. Do y'all remember when Twitter blasted all those radio signals to some star a few light years away a few years ago? No. Oh, yeah, I think I do remember. No, I don't remember. I don't know. It sounds familiar. I don't know.
UFOs is Dr. Gary Nolan. Nolan is part of the Invisible College, a Rosicrucian offshoot of academia that has been investigating the UFO phenomenon for decades. But we'll get into that later.
You can see where this is going. Man, it's bad. The people that are Jay Stratton, the guy you just saw, Gary Nolan. These people are, in my opinion, for some reason, I don't know what it is. I just don't find them getting any smarter in this field after all these years. They're still acting like stuff that isn't provable or shouldn't be made, shouldn't be talking about it as if it's here. And that's what he does. He does that a lot. All these guys do. They act like, and then they'll say, down the road, well, we don't really have the evidence. We understand that, but there's enough evidence out there, the go fast, the dingo, and the berry, or whatever else they came up with. That's right. Here's one of Thor's heroes. I'll play this for you. This is for Thor. James Fox. James Fox confirms he saw something anomalous at a CITD during the Skywatch with Christopher Bledsoe. You think? Oh my gosh, is he making a documentary with Christopher Bledsoe? You bet your Asper cream. You bet your bottom dollar. This is so fun to watch grifting.
I'm highly skeptical.
Sure.
But I definitely saw something extremely unusual.
Of course you did.
And I watched it, and I was like, okay, it looks like two satellites next to each other, and I'm looking at speed, and I'm looking at trajectory.
Yeah.
So satellites move at a pretty consistent, slow rate.
What else are you going to look at?
Rate of speed, and they don't change trajectory, they don't stop, right? And these two objects I watched, I heard somebody talking about them, and I was lying down, and I looked up to my right, and I see these two objects, and I was like, well, that's interesting. It's like two satellites next to each other. That's interesting.
Yeah.
They were pretty close, and I was watching them, and then all of a sudden they did like a loop, and then went that way, and I saw that for sure.
What a liar. He's lying. He's lying. Absolutely lying. You know what he was doing? He was building himself up. He had to say it a few times before he could actually tell the lie. Watch. He says it twice. That's a total lie. That's how you know somebody's lying, when they're buying time to make it sound perfect.
Two objects, and I was like, well, that's...
He said that. Two objects.
Interesting. It's like two satellites next to each other. That's.
He said that already twice.
That's interesting. Yeah. They were pretty close, and I was watching them, and then all of a sudden they did like a loop, and then went that way, and I saw that for sure.
I heard you say something.
I saw that for sure.
No, you didn't. And he had to repeat that twice. For sure. Because he wants to make sure somebody believes his lie. I don't believe this guy. He's not on camera. He didn't even say, I tried to get my camera out. He didn't say anything like that. Nah, he's a grifter. And that's that. He's changed. He used to be the guy you could actually think was doing real research. But now he is now rushing his documentaries out in a fast manner, like one a year. All right, well, we'll lighten the mood a little bit. The Whistleblowers is a new TV show. And this one is called Blood Brothers. This is part 3 of a continuing series from Tupacabra on X. Bijou and Hood Greer spark up a powerful friendship, but Stephen Greer's past could put it to the test. Let's take a look at this episode of The Whistleblowers. 3 minutes, go.
Okay, ladies, this right here, this is the man that saved this club. Him and his friend Bijou are treated like kings here. You hear me? Give them anything they want.
They saved the club?
Anything.
All right, yeah. So that's when Bijou here came through with the bag and saved the whole fucking day.
That's cool. I had the bag.
Come through every time, man.
That's so cute.
Who's the fun, man?
It's all true.
Every time, man.
That's so cute.
Who's the fun, man?
It's all true. I wanted to tell you, man. Since we've been kicking it, just you and me, I feel like I really came out of my shell, man. You really helped me.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
I don't know, man. You really helped me feel more normal.
I feel you, man.
I said before, and I don't know if I was on the screen, but he reminded me, he looks like Blake Cousins right here. And mixed with Greer. It's Greer Cousins. That's funny to me.
I feel like I really came out of my shell, man. You really helped me.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
I don't know, man. You really helped me feel more normal.
I feel you, man.
All right. You made me feel cool.
Yo, bro, it's all good, man. Yeah.
And speaking of cool, I'm out of cigarettes, and we gotta go to the store and pick some up. Okay? Hey, Hood. I gotta piss something fierce, bro.
What you mean you gotta pee?
I gotta pee really bad. Is it cool if I catch up with you?
All right.
Just go ahead. Oh, yeah, this is perfect. I'm gonna pee all over this. That's not who I think it is. Oh, shit. Hood! Hood! Oh, shit. Go, 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 go.
Huh?
Go, go,
What
go,
the?
go, go, go. Hood! Oh,
Shit.
God. Oh.
Who's the fat ass now?
Thank you for those kind words, Nurse Becky. We all love Bijou.
Aww.
Now, we're all gonna watch
Greer's crying like he always
a
does.
film celebrating Bijou's life.
Oh, Bijou was the alien that was Greer's friend, remember? Aw, look how happy he was. He was a good dresser, too, no matter what you think about him. Good with a gun.
Everything just to see you float through the wall. Could you please call?
The song is hilarious.
What do I gotta do to make you stay with me? Tiny little alien dude.
That sucks. Sorry, Greer. Sorry, Hood. No. No. In church? Wow, that is really intense. In church, he's gonna blow his bees out? Poor Bijou. Didn't know what hit him. It's not easy being cheesy. You guys okay? You guys okay? Everybody hanging in there? You all right? Wait, I don't understand. I don't understand what the hell just happened. What is this? What's going on? I am hearing other things being played. Oh, there it is. God. What time is it? Ah, it's already 8:30. I see. All right, I can't see what I'm. I thought this was. No. No. Huh. All right. That's it. Yeah, that's it. We're done. We'll be back probably Sunday for members. We'll do Sunday member show. I don't know. Tomorrow is Rich Saves and Sunday. But Rich Saves I'm going to be doing during the day now. I'm going to be doing that show at noon. I'm figuring I'm going to do it at noon Eastern. But anyway, we'll be back. Thank you very much. Hope you guys have a good weekend. And we'll get out of here. There isn't much else to say. Hopefully, this alien species that is heading this way, well, it has to be alien because we don't have any technology that can take us out into interstellar space in that fashion. Anyway, thank you, moderators, super chatters, newcomers, and veterans. Thank you for making this an enjoyable evening. I really appreciate those supers and everything else. Thank you for the support. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and even comment, because all that helps the algorithm. It sees people are talking about the show, and there's activity on the channel, thumbs up, and all that stuff too. If you can. If you can't, I feel bad. I'd feel sad if you didn't. All right. We'll see you on the flip side. Hope you guys have a great... Oh, and expect something. A video I'm making. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I don't think Thor will like it, but it's good. It'll be good. All right. See you guys later. Oh, and if you ain't looking up, you're not looking out for ufology. Alien bless. I said alien.